All right, today we're talking about rotations. Rotations, we're going to do it two different ways. First way is going around the, on a graph, going around the origin. We're not going to get into the other points. It's not too tough if you do another point, but we're just going to be doing 90 degrees around the origin. Always rotate counterclockwise unless told otherwise. Always go counterclockwise unless you're told otherwise. So the first one we're going to do here, we're going to make a triangle ABC. So on your graph, please, put A at 1, 2. Make that a little bigger. I'm going to put B at 5, 2. And I'm going to put C at 4, 6. Give me just a second to get on your graph. Then we're going to rotate this 90 degrees around the origin. So we always rotate counterclockwise. Okay? Always rotate counterclockwise unless told otherwise. So as I'm doing this here, there's a couple different ways you can do it. Okay? Some people actually kind of trace it and then turn it and then draw it underneath again. Another way you can do it is just by turning your head. Okay? Some people actually turn their paper. It's hard for me to turn this, so I'm just going to turn my head. But if I look at this, I'm going to go over 1, then up 2, right? So if I want to go over here, I'm just going to turn my head 90 degrees and go over 1, up 2. That is A prime. Now do the same thing for B. So it's over 5, up 2. I'm going to turn my head sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2. Now if you need to, you can always literally just turn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up 2. Go ahead and do C prime on your own here. Now I want you to write down the coordinates for each one of them. Now you'll notice a 270 degree turn is just like a 90 degree turn backwards, right? 270 degrees counterclockwise is the same thing as 90 degrees clockwise. So, let's see here, over 1, up 2, so I'm going to turn my head, then I'm going to go over 1, up 2. That's A prime. This is over 5, up 2, so I turn my head sideways, over 5, up 2. B prime. This is over 4, up 6, over 4, up 6. That's C prime. Coordinates for this are 2, -1, 2, -5, and 6, -4. What is the pattern here? Yes, sir.
You switch it opposite the y.
Switch it and opposite the y. So xy becomes yx, but that one is negative to the opposite. There you go. So, when in doubt, you can just graph it. Okay? If you know the pattern, it makes your life easier, doesn't it? Mathematicians always look for patterns because we're trying to make our life easier. Mathematicians learned the pattern, hey, if I count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, if I do it 3 times, it gives me 6. 2 times, ooh, let's call it times. 2 times 3 is 6. So they're always looking for patterns to make what we do in real life easier. Okay? So, there's a pattern for rotating it around the origin, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. Next, sometimes you don't have a nice graph. Graphing, in this case, made our lives easier. Sometimes you just got to do it on paper, and that can be annoying. So we're going to show you the steps here. Okay, we're going to do it, and we're going to have you. We'll ask you to make the steps here. So we're going to rotate segment AB 80 degrees about P. So which way do we go? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Always go counterclockwise unless they tell you differently. Okay. So first step is going to be this. Make a line from A to P.
Wait, did I put all AB first?
Sorry?
Never mind.
Yeah, you got to have a segment and a point. They will always give you the segment, they'll give you the center. They'll always give you the center. I'll come around and give some colored pencil to people too. Yeah. Now we'll use some colored pencils here for some of the stuff. Make sure you share though. Share. All right. So that's the first thing we do. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our protractor. Because Mrs. Duggan likes 80 degrees, we're going to go make an 80-degree angle. So do I put my protractor like this? No. What am I supposed to do with the center of protractor? Put it on the point. Put 0 on the line, and I'm going to go up to 80 degrees. Right there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I know 100's at the top, but that's not the one I'm counting right there. Count up. And then we're going to make a second line. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to measure how long this line is. I look at mine. Mine's 15, 16, 17, 18. My line's 18. Figure out how long yours is with your ruler. You might want to use millimeters. Centimeters and millimeters. It's a little bit easier. And I'm going to go 18 over this way. Once I get there, I'm going to make my new dot right at the end, and that is called A prime. We had to use the compasses because here's what else you can do. If you just want to make this line super long, here's how you can do it without having to measure. All eyes on me a second, please. If I'm rotating is around the center, right? Like the middle of a circle. So what I'm going to do here is, after I've made an 80-degree angle, from here to here is 80 degrees, I can also just put my compass tip right there and go till it hits the line. That's another way you can make sure you're going the same distance. Don't even need a ruler then. You need a straight edge, not a ruler. All right, so let's write down the steps for this, and then I'll have you do it on. I'll have you do part B on your own here. Okay, point B on your own. So step one was what? Was the first thing we did? Shout it out. We drew segment AP. We already started with that. Okay. Drew segment from A to P. Draw AP. Step two. What do we do? After we drew AP, what do we do next? We made the angle. Make and instead of I'm going to say I'm not going to put 80 degree here. I'm going to put X degree angle because it could be anything, right? Step 3 was draw the side of the angle. Step 4, we measured AP, right? Measure AP. Step 5, go same distance on the angle, and then make A prime. That's how you do the whole thing here. Step 6, of course, would be repeat. Ad infinitum. Ad finitum. Ad finitum. Till finished. So I'm going to pause here and let you go ahead and try to do B on your own. You'll probably need some help, and then I will come up here and I'll do B. All right, doing point B now. Step 1. Instead of AP, I'm going to draw BP, just like the gas station. I'm going to make an 80 degree angle again. So put that right down there, put the center vertex, go there, go up to 80, right there. And I'm going to draw that line. That's 80 degrees. Now to figure out where I'm going to put my point, I'm going to measure this. This is, mine looks like 41, about 41. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go for 41 up. Right there. This is 41, and go 41 up there. And that's my B prime. Once again, what I could have done, once I know how far I'm turning, just rotating, just like you rotated a circle, I can make part of the circle here. Should be right there. Once I've got the 2 points, I'm going to draw my line. What I normally end up doing too is, Maybe you leave the last one, but it looks better if you erase it. So, take a look at that. Did we turn it? Does that look like it's been turned 80 degrees or almost 90 degrees? Yeah. And if we measure it, it should be the exact same distance. Mine is 48. My new one is... Mine's a little short there, 45. Is that 45? 48. Yeah, I'm just a little bit short. So they should be congruent. So of all the ones we've done, this is the hardest to do by hand, isn't it? Just a lot of steps. But rotate it around on the graph. Is that pretty easy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, rotate on the graph, pretty darn easy. Add this to your big idea sheet. Add this stuff to your big idea sheet right now. Go.